In the ongoing aerial war between Russia and Ukraine, a daring drone has captured an incredible glimpse of the fierce combat. The exact moment a Russian Ka-52 attack helicopter encountered the Ukrainian National Guard in the heart of Zaporizhzhia Oblast. With a swift and precise strike, the Ukrainian forces managed to bring down the helicopter using nothing but a 9K-38 Igla man-portable air defense system. The missile struck true, hitting the tail of the helicopter and sending it into a terrifying tailspin. Despite the catastrophic hit, the helicopter valiantly fought to stay airborne, defying the odds and soaring through the air for a few heart-stopping moments. However, the flames gnawing at its underbelly signaled impending danger. The greatest threat. The Ka-52 attack helicopter is widely regarded as one of the best in the world. With superior optics, night vision devices, and precision missiles, it was initially designed for special operations support, particularly at night. Its crews were specially trained for commando operations, making them invaluable to Russian planners during the early weeks of the invasion of Ukraine. As Russian brigades crossed the border and headed toward Kyiv, intending to destroy the Ukrainian government and force the armed forces to surrender, they found themselves deep behind enemy lines, with their communications broken down. As such, the Russian Air Force relied heavily on the Ka-52s to support the troops on the front line. Despite their advanced training, the Ka-52 crews encountered a formidable challenge in the form of the Ukrainian armed forces, who hurled their entire arsenal at the Russian helicopters. This onslaught included anti-tank missiles and ground assaults, facilitated by artillery and drones. However, it was the Ukrainians' arsenal of thousands of short-range, infrared-guided man-portable air defense systems, or MANPADS, that presented the most severe threat to the Ka-52 crews, including American-made Stingers. Starting in late February 2022, the Russian Air Force went into war with no less than 100 twin-rotor, two-seat Ka-52s, losing a quarter of their strength in less than a year. One particular incident over Zaporizhzhia Oblast was captured on camera and posted on social media, where hundreds of thousands have witnessed firsthand the uncanny maneuvering skills of the specialized helicopter, even when terribly damaged. A trail of smoke. Amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the 93rd Mechanized Brigade has audaciously asserted that they have taken down a Russian Ka-52 Alligator helicopter using Soviet-made man-portable air defense systems, specifically the 9K-38 Igla. Bolstering their claim, they purportedly have a video recording of the helicopter's crash. However, there has been no official response from the Russian authorities, leaving many wondering whether the claim is valid. Even so, the 93rd Brigade insists that the video footage is legitimate and has been verified by Ukrainian intelligence. According to the brigade, 2 Ka-52 helicopters were flying in the vicinity of their mobile group when one was shot down, and a drone managed to capture the incredible moment when the Russian helicopter was hit by the Ukrainian National Guard in Zaporizhzhia Oblast. Evidently, the aircraft's tail was hit, which induced a conflagration and led to a plume of smoke trailing the helicopter as it persistently flew for a particular duration. The pilot was eventually forced to crash land the helicopter in a nearby field, but the fact that the vehicle was able to stay aloft post-impact is a testament to the pilot's extraordinary skill and determination. Moreover, aviation enthusiasts and experts alike conjecture that the pilot likely survived due to the incredibly precise maneuvering they exhibited. Ironically, the Russian helicopter was reportedly downed by a weapon of their own design. In reality, many countries have been donating old Soviet weapons to Ukraine, including Germany, which donated thousands of Strela II MANPADS units, and the United States, which provided funding for similar Soviet systems and their variants from other countries and former Soviet bloc members. As for the 9K-38 Igla, it has demonstrated its capability of engaging effectively in warfare well into the 21st century. The Soviet days. The Igla man-portable air defense system is a shoulder-fired missile platform designed to take down aircraft, especially helicopters. It is also a formidable weapon in the hands of trained soldiers. In 1972, a team at Kolomna OKB began working on a new project for a short-range manpads that would be more advanced than previous systems like the Strela 2 and Strela 3. The system was renamed to 9K38 Igla, or SA-18 Grouse in NATO terminology. Contrary to common belief, the Igla was not merely an improvement on earlier manpads, but an entirely new project, with the goal of creating a missile that could withstand countermeasures and have a more comprehensive engagement range. The Igla was introduced into Soviet military service in 1981 and has since been manufactured, sold, supplied, and modified by Russia. It has been used in 14 military conflicts to date and is currently operated by 17 countries, with many more interested in purchasing it. The entire missile system weighs 18 kilograms, with the missile itself weighing 12 kilograms and measuring 1.57 meters in length. The rocket has a diameter of 72 millimeters and a combat head that weighs 1.17 kilograms, with 390 grams of explosives. It is equipped with a contact and grazing fuse detonation mechanism and is powered by a solid-fuel rocket motor. Depending on the modification, the Igla missile has an operational range of 5 to 6 kilometers and can reach a maximum altitude of up to 3.5 meters. It can fly at a top speed of Mach 1.9, or approximately 570 meters per second, and is directed via dual waveband infrared. The Igla has undergone several upgrades, with the latest version, the Igla S, being the most advanced. One of the key improvements over the Strela 3 is the inclusion of an identification friend or foe system, which helps prevent friendly fire incidents by identifying Allied aircraft and inhibiting the missile from targeting them. Another improvement is the automatic lead and super elevation system, which simplifies shooting and reduces the minimum firing range. The missile's target size, reduced drag, and better guidance system allow it to extend its maximum capacity and improve its performance against fast and maneuverable targets. Equipped with dual detectors, the Igla Seeker utilizes a cooled MWIR INSB to detect the target and an uncooled PBS SWIR to detect IR decoys, such as flares, thereby distinguishing between genuine targets and decoys. Moreover, the latest variant, the Igla S, has additional detectors around the central seeker that provide further resistance against pulse IRCM devices typically installed on helicopters. Keep moving. Concurrently, Russian Ka-52 helicopter crews are being equipped with the Viker, a 90-pound missile. As a beam rider, the missile follows a laser beam fired at the target from up to 6 miles away. The challenge, however, is that the helicopter firing the missile must remain stationary until it hits its target, which can take several seconds. This constitutes a significant risk when confronted with highly proficient Ukrainian manpads operators who could easily target the stationary helicopter. Despite abandoning deep penetration operations, the Ka-52 crews continued to suffer losses, resulting in the fall of seasoned pilots. With about 75 Ka-52 helicopters remaining in the Russian Air Force, it could take years to train new and capable replacements for the fallen pilots. Complicating matters further, time may not be favoring the Russian Air Force, as the Ukrainians have recently pushed back Russian forces and advanced onto their territories. With the Russians on the back foot, the war could conclude before the Air Force has the opportunity to reconstitute its attack helicopter regiments. Thank you for watching Dark Footage. If you're a fan of modern military history, you can't afford to miss out on our captivating insights. With a vast range of chilling documentaries and eye-opening footage, our Dark Documentaries channels have everything you need. Don't hesitate and hit that subscribe button now. Stay tuned for more.